at the 3 o'clock position on ESV Sanshorn Miss, we have our red Zerg player from Team SEV Life. It is RevivaL. And his opponents at the 9 o'clock position, our blue Protoss player from StarTale. It is PartinG.
One interesting StarTale fact that people might not know about is that the head coach on StarTale, Coach Juan, actually was one of the people that helped found the We Made Fox team in Brood War.
Really?
Actually, yeah. So he has been in esports for a very long time, and obviously raised a very successful team in StarTale. And so kind of a cool little StarTale fact as well. Now, when I see this map, when I see a PVZ on this map, it really takes me back to last season when it was StarTale versus TSL, because last season we saw StarTale Ace come in and win 4 games, and the way he did it was each game, and he played, of course, a lot of Zergs players, because there's a lot of Zergs on TSL, he would force a Zerg to try to take their 3rd early on, and then come with a very powerful 2-base and end the game. He did it like 3 out of the 4 games in a row. And so now, you know, maybe we're going to see PartinG do something a little bit similar here today.
Now, you know how you always have those when you take your standardized test, A is to B as C is to blank?
That's right.
I'm going to give one for you.
Man.
And this is...
I have to figure this out?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Marine
I'm
King
ready.
Prime is to GSL as StarTale is to blank.
Marine King Prime is to GSL as StarTale is to team leagues.
Yes.
All right.
That is 100%
so
right. And the reason I bring that up is because we've talked so much about the way Prime has just dominated team leagues recently.
Yeah.
Liquid, obviously, great job upsetting them, but they have been dominating team leagues. StarTale's always been the #2, though.
Yeah, they're like the Kong line of team leagues right now.
They are, though. I mean, GSTL, obviously. This guy, PartinG, would have been a completely different set had the decision been changed in his game against Marine King Prime, potentially. So, you know, so StarTale's always been right back there. Unfortunately, they were all killed by Marine King in the KSL, but they were 2nd place there in addition. So these guys have been no slouches to Team League at all.
Yeah, StarTale always plays so well. I mean, I even put in my notes for today to mention that in the round-robin stage of the KSL that they played in a little while ago, they actually went 6-1 overall in their group.
Wow.
So just dominated everybody. Prime didn't do that well, but then Prime, of course, came back and beat StarTale. So, yeah, StarTale definitely has gotten a lot of 2nd places. They got 2nd place in the very first GSL Team League ever to Incredible Miracle as well. So maybe it's time. Maybe it's finally time for StarTale to come in and get a 1st in a team league. We'll see. I mean, it'd be cool to see the team come out for the finals here in San Francisco. I'd be quite happy actually with either of these teams. But
I would too, I have to say. Yeah. So, and the winner of this match, of course, has a very, very tough goal ahead of them. As oh, nice job, RevivaL does sneak in that 3rd hatchery there. As the winner of this has to take on an Incredible Miracle that's out for blood. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they are definitely like out there trying to kill off everybody else. They're on a mission this season after the disappointing performance in the GSL Team League. I mean, when you have MC, Nesty, and MKP to draw from, and then you get knocked out immediately, that's embarrassing. Yeah. You know, and Coach Kang on Incredible Miracle definitely wants to kind of rectify that situation. So we'll see how well they do. They certainly looked pretty strong yesterday.
So catching up on the game now, we do have a Nexus first from PartinG. We'll see what Techie decides to go down here in just a bit when that cybernetic score does finish up. It's going to be very quick. Well, actually, we do have a Stalker right away, and he's not gotten +1 weapons. So I'm curious to see how he follows this up. There we go. There's +1 in Warp Gate. So pretty normal stuff on RevivaL side of things. 3 base, no gas for now. And we'll see if he decides to go for that very strong Roach play. It is so powerful on this map.
Yeah, you know, I mean, people talk about StarCraft being a game against yourself, and it is to a certain extent. I mean, you know, it does rely so much on your macro and your mechanics, you know, more than what the opponent does to you. But I feel like ZVP right now is kind of the epitome of that sort of sentiment, where Zerg players for the first 10 minutes or so of the game at least are really just kind of playing a game against themselves. There's not a lot of Protoss pushes that come before that mark. You have to, you know, there's very simple scouting that Zerg can do. I feel like right now in ZVP, Zerg has the ability to get, you know, a lot of good information scouting-wise. We see the Overlord coming in right now. But it really is that game against yourself in the first 10 minutes, making sure you hit every single inject, making sure that you have, you know, plenty of drones out so that when you do need to start making units, you can still kind of play off that strong economy and sustain that, you know, high production.
And PartinG driving off these overlords. He did proactively take out the one that was sitting over his main, and now he is putting 2 gateways there. See if a third pops out. Yeah, so 4-gate robo, pretty normal stuff. Now the question is he going to push with this and try and secure a third behind it? Does he sit back, macro up a little bit, go for some sort of like dirty 7-gate 3 immortal push? A lot of opportunities at his disposal. And RevivaL, though, not showing us anything out of the ordinary. Evolution Chamber, Roach, Warren, Lair Tech all online.
Well, if you want to kind of look at his decision-making in this case, he did the scouting, and now he's continuing to make drones. When you go in at around the 7-minute mark, you see all 4 gases and not a lot of gateways out. You're like, all right, this person's going for more tech-heavy build. I don't have to worry about any sort of, really early push. And he's got some time. Yeah, the gateway's just starting now for PartinG, so RevivaL's going to be able to get out probably pretty close to that 70 drone mark that you want to hit before he needs to really worry about any sort of aggression from PartinG. But this is going to be a strong push, no doubt about it.
This is so predictable. I mean, this is just so powerful, and very few Zerg players have figured out how to truly deal with this. The best ones that have the epitome of great control are able to deal with it. But man, it looks like it's going to be 2 immortals, and we just saw Warp Prism coming in afterwards as well. So still an immortal push, but a very clever way to do it.
Yeah, the Warp Prism is something that Protoss players have been working in more and more often. It almost is the standard right now to make that Warp Prism after the first 2 Immortals. The reason being is that if you have a probe out there making pylons, Zerg has the ability to, find that probe, kill it, and kill your forward pylons. But there's not a lot of Zerg players that are going to have enough anti-air to handle a Warp Prism. So it's just a really good answer to having that out there on the map instead of a forward pylon. And PartinG's going to come with this pretty tough attack. He does have +1 weapons. It is coming a little bit later, but the gateway count, the unit count is going to be so high. And why would you do that?
Unit slash name slash Ursadek female too.
PartinG is just vicious, man. I mean,
what did she slash it ever do to you?
I know. What a jerk.
Well,
all right. Well, the armies are passing each other. This could end up being a little bit awkward.
Well, this is a little crazy. Yeah, RevivaL's just going to head past and start doing damage. He knows that his opponent's army is right here, but he's going to go for it anyway. He's pulled everything off of the line. And this could actually favor RevivaL. Base for a base is pretty good as a Zerg player.
Oh, this looks exactly like what we used to see on Daybreak all the time, actually. We used to see Zergs trade their 3rd bases for their opponent's natural expansions. And yeah, like you said, that works pretty well. The Cyber Core goes down, so no more Stalkers for a while for PartinG, and he is just going to push in the natural with everything he's got. But RevivaL is in a great spot. He doesn't need to worry about any more Stalkers. He's able to handle this stuff in the main base of his opponent pretty easily, and oh man, things are tense.
Yeah, it is. This is a little insane. So as we can see, not much mining going on for RevivaL at the moment. We'll see if he can produce a couple of additional things here in a second to be able to stave off this army for a little bit longer. But it's 140 supply now to 66 and falling. Drones are pulled off the line. All RevivaL has to do is survive. Very nice micro here from PartinG, dropping those units to the back. And yeah, the spine crawlers are there. 58 supply continuing to go down. PartinG can't even assault this.
Yeah, PartinG is never going to make it up that ramp. He's going to lose his Nexus here potentially. He's going to lose, well, basically everything. GG, that's the end of the game. And TSL.RevivaL tying things up for TSL. Yeah, I mean, and that's what you see so many Zergs doing. And not